Well, it's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually here. The PlayStation 5 Slim, well, here for the holiday season, but it's here nonetheless. I think we kind of knew that this was the direction that Sony was going to go and do a slim version of their console. If anything, history repeats itself. And I'm all for it because I'll tell you, the PS5 is a boat. It's like a mini fridge. I tend to make fun of it quite often when I'm over at my buddy's house. Shout out Ninja Turtles. Let's take a look at this thing, huh? PlayStation 5 2023 redesign. First images. Now, this is via IGN. I don't know if you could see this, but it's got like a... My buddy Red Bandana pointed this out. It has like a little kickstand here. This looks ridiculous. I think this looks so stupid. I think this is a half-ace design right here. To put a little kickstand there. Do better, Sony. I don't know who they hired on their design team for this stuff. Here's the vertical stand. This is cool though. You can buy the digital version, but also if you change your mind and you want to have physical discs, you buy a physical disc add-on. That is great. Everything else, this just looks terrible. If you're a fan of this, I think the controller is amazing. I think the controller looks great. The console, not so much. Sorry, just not a fan of the design. I think it's probably one of the worst designs Sony has ever freaking made. The PlayStation 1 looks better. Okay, rant over. Let's talk about the console. The smaller PS5 design comes with a 1 terabyte storage for the PS5 and PS5 Digital Edition. Up to 825 gigs were in the original version, so you're up a couple hundred more gigs. I think a lot of people will be adding more, definitely, and I highly recommend you should. The new model provides the option to add Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive, which I think is awesome. I think that's just a really, really clever thing to add. Really great option. Sid Schumann, Senior Director, SIE Content Communications, said Sony created this new PS5, quote, to address the evolving needs of players. Our engineering and design teams collaborated on a new form factor that provides greater choice and flexibility, Schumann said. The same technology features that make PS5 the best to play are packed into a smaller form factor, along with attachable Ultra, disk drive, etc., 1 terabyte SSD. First and foremost, does this harness more horsepower than the launch console? Another article via IGN. Thank you, IGN. They say, while the new PS5s aren't any more powerful than the launch models, there are some key differences. Okay, and like we said, models have 1 terabyte of storage. And Sony's offering the option to add the Blu-ray discs to it. Oh, for prices. Okay, it's also important to note that the new PS5 Digital Edition has gone up in price by $50 when compared to the launch model. So the new PS5 model with Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive already installed will be the same price as the original $499. The new digital edition will now be $449 instead of $399. And they're selling vertical stands for $30. I don't know why you'd ever want this thing to be vertical. It's just such a tank. But hey, how much has the form factor been reduced? By more than 30%. And we can see that here. This is a substantial size difference. Like it's much better. I think that what they're doing is to pack the horsepower that's in the launch console into a smaller form factor. That's impressive. It's still a terrible looking console. I think it's one of the most ugliest looking things ever. You want to know what a beautiful looking console is? The Sega Dreamcast. You want to look at form factor and just beauty of design for a white console? Go look at the Dreamcast. Let's take a look at the little reveal. I don't want to play the music because, you know, copyright. But hey, there it is. Vertical stand sold separately. Same immersive power, new slimmer size. Hey, you know what? Congrats. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. I'm happy it came because you know why? I did have a PS5. And I debated if I was going to keep it or not, and I should have kept it. I wanted to keep it, but I had to get rid of it. So what does this mean? I'm hoping that the tank version of this console goes down in price substantially. Maybe I can get one for like, $300? You think I can get a launch console used for $300? I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to ditch out on the tanks that you have at home and pick up a slim version? I think it looks so much better, to be quite honest. Are you happy about the extra storage? I would be. Who wouldn't be happy about the extra storage? How do you feel about the Blu-ray? You guys just going to get the physical one right off rip? Or are you just all digital? Me, I would get the physical. I would make sure I have the Blu-ray disc in there. I'm a physical media type of guy. But let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. That's some news. Talk to you soon.